It's all right.
That may, but anyways. Yeah, this is, well, I'll explain it in a moment here. All right, so before we get started, of course, I'll explain a little bit more. So as we're reading the comic, of course, primarily, if anything catches your attention as we're reading it, feel free to comment on it, whether it's the art, whether it's something in the writing, whether it's the story, or whether it's just something you just picked up, anything that catches your attention, feel free to comment or ask questions about. Okay. And then, Diana, I know you do want to read part. So, and I've got at least a few ideas of where, obviously the female characters and even maybe one or two little boy characters as well. And Chris, you just want to sit back and just hang out and watch and comment as we go, right?
Pretty much. I'm scared to death of reading. What if you mess up? It's tragic. Right now, I'm making it so I can read it. I had to enlarge it, like it's on the big screen, huge, and.
Are you guys still on? Because my YouTube is showing that only one is watching. On my.
Let's see. I'm on. I don't know if it's registering me though. No, it should be. Dun 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 dun.
All right. And I think I may have given you guys wrenches too. So if you guys want to drop links, to promote anything, feel free to do that too.
I've been getting quiet about my promotions.
Yeah. So
Diana went silent on us.
Yeah, she went dark.
I thought Mike said to mute your mic.
Well, that was a minute ago when because the thing is that YouTube, it takes a little longer to it takes a little longer for it to. And she left us again.
No, I didn't.
Your video did.
Are you why is your
because I'm trying to get into YouTube, but if I switch the tabs, it leaves. So I can't go
you're on
iPad.
YouTube. You're on
yes,
iPad.
I'm on an iPad, Mike. I'm not on my computer, so I can only be here.
Well, okay, then
Chris, you'll have to man the chat.
Chris, at least you can still do the two windows, right?
Huh? Yep, I've done that.
Okay, that's fine.
Is your is your sister around?
Very appreciated. It's just,
Hang on, let me ask Diana something. Is your sister hanging around?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, she's here.
You should make her say hi.
Well, she didn't want to be on camera.
She doesn't have to be. She can just say hi.
Hello.
That's her sister.
Huh.
Yeah, you don't want.
So it's like
after 2 days of taking care of toddlers.
Well, no, but it's like when you watch at a bar. There's actually 2 viewers for one TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I'm listening to everything you're saying, Chris.
Oh, that's scary.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, anyways, hopefully we can get some more people in here, and I guess it's just not registering mine for some reason or something, because I'm now seeing one viewer, but I'm thinking we have more than one viewer. At least 2 of us.
I bet you we got at least 7.
I would hope that, but you would think
7's a lucky number.
Yeah.
And isn't 7? No, wait a minute. 7 is not the number for June. That's 6. Never mind.
7 is July.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I caught
we're
that.
Still in May. We're finishing up May here, May of 1939. All right. So, anyways, all right. Well, so I think I've explained everything. So, as I said, as we're reading, if anything catches your attention, feel free to comment or ask questions about what's going on. We'll see what kind of conversations we can have about this stuff and see just how. And I can see why you thought June there, because the cover date's June. I see that.
Yeah, well, it's weird like that. But I obviously know they often don't match the actual date that they were put out, but
well,
it's funny how they did that.
As I've been doing this, Chris, I learned that pretty quick. The cover date and the on sale date are usually about a month to 2 months apart, usually. So if it's a cover date of June, it's likely it's come out sometime in April or May.
So these guys not only were early, but they were way early compared to what they were putting on their books.
Yeah.
Boy, we have all these late books in modern comics, and look at that, man. They were like 2 months early.
Well, if you're basing it on cover date, because the on sale date is the actual date, and you'll see that at the bottom of some of these pages where they'll say on sale on this date. Okay.
Isn't that screwy though? Why wouldn't they just put the right month on there, or was it undetermined? Like they didn't really know.
I don't know. I don't know. Obviously you'd have to actually ask some of the comic book companies why they do that. I really don't know. I haven't seen any kind of information on that. That is kind of a curious thing to try to figure out. But
I know the big boys did it too from the 80s on up. I remember when I was collecting them, they did the same thing. I've never understood that.
Yeah. So
it's May. Here's your August issue. What? Yeah. But I'm sorry. I'm distracting.
No, that's okay. I mean, hey, I encourage conversation. I'd love to have now. Grant, I'd like to have more about the material. Obviously, have some good conversations about the material. But I
do prefer polyester over cotton.
I have a question.
Yeah, what is it?
I would like to join. I'd like to go to the YouTube thing on my phone so I can watch the chat as well. So how do I look you up on YouTube? Mikestand comes up with everything else.
Mike Walters.
Mike Walters, thank you.
My channel is Mike Walters.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm looking for the Mikestand and it's showing me a picture of a mic. I'm like, not working. Okay, thank you.
Did you find it? If not, I can.
Yeah, she's got it on her phone. She's pulling it up, I think. She muted herself again, though. I think that's so we don't hear her chewing. Maybe she can't hear us because I thought for sure she'd give me a dirty look for that.
She's muted. I can tell because I'm looking at. I think she's
the little microphone thingy.
Okay. Yeah. And it looks like we have 2 viewers now, so that's good. Okay. And Diane, if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream then it goes back down to 1. Oh boy.
She bumped herself off. She's trying to get on and she screwed up, I bet. So she got on as a viewer and then messed up.
Well, she's in now. So now we have 3 viewers. Yay, 3 viewers. Okay. So thank you, Diana. And if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get the word out, get more friendly people involved, that'd be great. Do that one more time.
I'm just making noise.
So anyways, now with all the administrative stuff out of the way, now it's a good time to get into Diana, you ready? And she's still muted, so
just give us sign language if you're ready, honey.
Well,
blink twice.
Okay. Well, she's gonna need to unmute her mic. She's gonna need to unmute her mic if she's gonna want to read.
I'm trying to figure out.
Turn down your phone.
How to shut my stupid phone off.
Turn down the volume.
I did.
Turn down your phone.
How to shut my stupid phone. Oh, that was so much better. Okay.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay, guys, we're good now. I am all set.
Sorry. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
Diana, what I usually do is when I have both the YouTube and the StreamYard screen on, on the YouTube window, I usually will mute the YouTube window. I'll just go to the YouTube screen and just mute that. So,
okay.
But it is a great effect for karaoke.
Yeah, that helps you with that.
Thank you.
But if we do read like any God parts, can we do that? Turn up the volume on YouTube and like And the Lord cameth.
All right. So, anyways, let's get into
Chris.
Comics on Parade number 15 here from
Okay.
United Feature Syndicate. See what stories we can
Okay.
find to read and get into them and see what we get a look at how they perceived the world back in 1939.
Why is Chris not on the camera?
Mostly because, like, I look funny.
Oh, you heard me?
Of course I heard you.
Oh.
Hey, now wait a minute. You went right by that. I wanted to know, this passed for humor back then. Fry my
Yeah.
hide. I likes watermelon, but it wets my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how big that watermelon was.
This I believe is a little Abner. Now a little heads up for you guys. There were a few features in here that had to be taken out because for copyright reasons, like the Tarzan feature.
What? They took out Tarzan?
Yeah. So the Nancy feature and I think one other thing. So, but they still got some like 5 pages of Little Abner. Also in this issue, Tarzan, Captain and the Kids, Abby and Slats, Dynamite Dunn, Ella Cinders, Little Mary Mix-Up, Bronco Bill, Alice in Wonderland, Danny Dingle, Roads of Romance, a Pet Club, a Stamp Club, a Sports Serial, and many more of your favorites.
I don't see Superman on that list.
Well, of course not. Superman's DC. This is United Feature Syndicate. This is another.
They said my favorites.
Yeah.
Actually, I read something they did.
Next week we'll be reading Superman.
I did read somewhere about United that they did do superheroes in the 50s, but you're way behind. Like, you're not in the 50s.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there.
Right.
I'll put it this way: the most extensive knowledge I have on comics history is DC and companies that were related to them, companies that got bought up by them. Like United Features, I don't have as much knowledge on. I don't even have as much knowledge on Marvel as much. So like,
1939.
What we're kind of doing now, I was kind of doing before for my own purposes with just DC and comics that were associated with DC, comics that got bought up like Fawcett Comics, Quality Comics, that kind of thing.
Right.
Okay. So what we're kind of doing.
I have a real question about the cover though. So in 39, do you think dental science was as such that they didn't have teeth? Like, I noticed he doesn't have any teeth when he's almost at a full smile. Like, I'm like thinking to myself, was that just the artist's choice, or were they, having bad dentistry?
Well,
back then?
I'm not exactly sure, but if I had to guess, it was probably the artist's choice.
Yeah, probably.
Because
but
this is little Abner from, and if you when you read the dialogue there, when you read the text there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where likely? What part of the country do you think he's likely from?
The South.
Yeah, the South.
Probably Louisiana.
Maybe Appalachia.
Georgia.
Maybe
Appalachia. Yeah.
And of course, you down in that area, that's one of the more, throughout kind of history, it's been considered one of the more, like impoverished areas of our country.
Perhaps a little less.
You guys remember the cartoons, the Warner Brothers cartoons, like that would feature at times the Hatfield and McCoys, or whenever they feature a character like who was somewhere in the Kentucky hills, how they'd be running around with maybe overalls on and be running around barefoot and all that. Like they were so poor they couldn't even get shoes. I think, or if they did.
So you're saying they were less than affluent?
Yeah. But then you also have to remember too, this was still during this. Even though we were coming out of it, this was still the Great Depression too. The time of the Great Depression too.
Yeah.
So, anyways, mother and Diane, you want to read that because that's a girl right there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Gee, Mother and Dad both rode Columbias.
Yeah.
Ever since Mother and Dad were youngsters, and even before that, Columbia bicycles have been something to be proud of. For these grand bikes have been first choice with the boys and girls and grown-ups of America for more than 30 years, or for more than 60 years. So 60 years back from 1939, that would have been like from 1879 to that point.
Yeah.
Think about that, right? And when you see the new 1939 Columbias and Columbia built models, you'll know one of these grand bikes is first choice for you. They've got the smooth flowing lines. Actually, let me make this a little bigger here, just so it's a little easier to read. And no, I didn't want to do that. Not yet, anyways. Let's go back to what we were looking at there. Okay. That's a little better there. Let's see. The snappy color combination to make them the best looking bikes on the road. Even more important, they've got what it takes to make a bike a joy to own for years. Because every single part is designed and built for its job of the finest materials and with the care and skill that only America's oldest bicycle makers can build into a bike. So look at that bike. They call that a Columbia right there. They even got a little headlight on the wheel there. You see that?
Oh yeah, and I bet you there's a tail light back there.
Yeah.
That was like really when they started trying to make these things look like little cars.
Yeah. Let's
The
see.
fenders.
A new lightweight for boys. So that looks like another type of. Yeah. Here, we do look at the ads too. Just now, one of the other things that I've mentioned too before here. I'll shrink it. Usually when we're just going through stuff, I'll shrink it back down to like 150. But then when we actually start reading the actual content, then I'll.
You realize they were in Westfield, Mass, right?
What did you see that somewhere?
Yeah, it's at the bottom of the page, and the reason I mention that is because Diana and I live in Massachusetts. That's about an hour from us.
Okay. Yeah, the Westfield Manufacturing Company, Department 54, Westfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hello. I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't have a question. My sister has a question.
I have a question. Why did they make it lightweight for the boys? Okay. Why did they make the bike lightweight for the boys but not the girls?
Couldn't tell you that, honestly.
Oh, come on.
I have a theory. I think it's because the boys had that extra thick bar where they were getting crushed. So they redesigned it.
That's another question. Why would the boys have the bar up high and the girls down low? Seems like it should be the opposite.
Or it would seem like, why not make it universal, right? Like, why have a bar at all if they don't have to?
Yeah, all low.
Yeah.
Again, that's one of those things I haven't actually looked into. So I mean, because even when I when we do these historical comic retrospects, we're focusing more on the continuity of the comic stories themselves.
It's
like
the
patriarchy. I know people get thrilled about the ads too, and that's why we do look at that.
Oh, I love the ads.
Yeah, I mean, but as for
the specifics
why
to
certain
the ad,
things, like why the bar was higher for boys and girls, or why it was lightweight for boys and not for girls, I don't know. I mean, I get your point. Maybe it should have been lightweight for girls, but or maybe it is lightweight for all of them, and they just made more, of a deal about it when it came to, maybe they just made a bigger deal out of it for boys. Now, again, why that may be, if that's the case, you have to remember the times back then where, some people might say we're in a more of a male chauvinistic or misogynistic society.
Heck yeah, we were.
Hey, Toys. Hey there. Hey, Toys. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. So anyways, Yeah. So Action's one of my other we haven't seen him around much in a while, but I'm hoping that we start seeing him more again. Hopefully everything's going well for you, my friend. Anyways,
I wish you could come to my line dancing classes. You would freaking love those.
What did she say?
Diana, did you or your sister have a question?
Chris, I forgot to mute. I'm sorry. She was talking about her line dancing classes that she teaches. She said she wishes I could go to them. I am so sorry, guys. I try to mute it.
It's good to get that information in there, the little side stories, you know.
I know. I'm sorry.
Where are we going next, Mike?
Well, I just gotta I gotta get back to the comics on now. Diana, did you want me to send you the Comic Con parade link so you would have something, or you actually it might be better for you because you said you're on an iPad, right? So I don't know if you can't like sit there and do the multiple windows like I can, like Chris can. And that,
Yeah, she'd have to use the iPad multifunction stuff that I don't think I don't even know if your iPad does it. Which one do you have, the big or the little? Diana.
She's muted.
Which iPad do you have, the big one or the little one?
I have the one that I always use, the big one, honey.
Okay, that one does actually support side-by-side Windows stuff, but it would make it very small for you anyway, so it might be better.
Yeah, she just
StreamYard.
Well, I have you on my phone.
I got my YouTube.
I've got you on the phone. Is that good?
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Because I think if we did it on the phone,
a ring-a-ling-a-ling, a ring.
So and then here's some fireworks. Ads
yes.
Here.
Look how cheap they were. They were like what, $3, two something, 280 something.
Look at
that.
There,
Right? With order, yeah. So let's see. Ours is a grand, glorious country. Let's show the world we know this. Celebrate the 4th in the typical old American style. Let the bells ring loud, the bands play, the parades march. Let the country echo with our acclaim from the Atlantic to the Pacific, from Maine to the Gulf, as we commemorate the birth of the United States of America.
God bless America.
Now that one's kind of a younger boy. Diana, you want I'll even.
Do you want me to read the next one?
You want to read the little boy there?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I've compared prices, and this is the assortment for me. I buy fireworks from the Baltimore Fireworks Company every year and save plenty. Liberty Bell assortment fireworks, $2.85.
Why do you talk in a little voice like that?
She's reading a little boy.
We're reading. Diana, what's your sister's name?
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah, Cat, or Kathy.
Kathy. Okay, Kathy. Since we're reading comics here, we're also reading characters. So we are gonna have some points where we may be reading it, like in her case, she's gonna be doing a lot of the female. In the case of Diana, she's gonna be doing it a lot of the like female voices and younger boy voices. So it's like, so just sit back and watch, and you'll see how we do this.
Zip it.
Okay, so. What?
I'm just laughing because
my sister is a motor mouth.
Yeah, it's funny because like you can't go to the movies with her. Forget playing softball with her. Yep.
She's just one of those little chatterboxes.
Yeah, but she's pretty cool. She usually says good things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so the Captain. Now this one, from what I heard, the Captain and the Kids by Rudolph Dirks. Now, of course, when Batgoat was here with me, he said that this was kind of a knockoff of another one, the Katzenjammer Kids. It was kind of a knockoff of that one, which is another popular strip back then. So, And I'll probably, Diana, I'll probably have you do the female and younger characters. I'll do like the men.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right. So, I'll wander around a bit, Commissioner. No one must know that I am an undercover man. Righto, Rolo. There's a bank down this way. I want to look over. It ain't honest to rob banks. Wait, Inspector, hold everything. It was just a hobo. Hobo, my Aunt Emma. That was Rollo, coal scuttle of the secret police, my arch enemy. In the peaceful eastern town of Sing-a-Song, a battle of wits is in progress between the brain and the police force. Hey, they're going to lunch, Inspector. Now's our chance. But no buts. You hide in the wastebasket and make notes of everything they discuss. Oh, look at that. Now, let me ask you this. Wouldn't look at that wastebasket and look at it. Wouldn't somebody kind of notice that somebody was there? Okay. Oh, I didn't even know.
Tell him I'm here. Hello.
I just saw Chris. What you have to understand is since I'm using multiple.
Oh, you
screens,
see me?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I was backstage.
I was on the Comic Book Plus site, so I wasn't actually looking at the chat at the moment.
I know that's funny because I knew that and I knew you weren't listening to me. So I'm like, you're like, nope. I'm like, no, nobody sees me. I'm just back here by myself. But yes, I'm back. I clicked it by accident. Oh, I'm blushing now. That was funny. Okay, I'm quiet. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if you were watching there, Chris. You see the wastebasket there?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think Troy's got a little chuckle out of that too. By the way.
Yeah, I was actually. I never lost connection with the YouTube. I just dropped the StreamYard. I was like, oh, what the heck?
There's a little person in the wastebasket. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I know that. That's what I was trying to get you guys to comment on if you guys saw that.
Yes.
And they're expecting him to be able to like. It would be kind of surprising to me, and I guess this is one of the more comedic aspects that the people there don't realize. Hey, there's somebody in the basket there.
Right.
Really hidden all that well.
No, he's peeking out from the papers.
It's ninja powers.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Chris apparently doesn't have
Nickname on the Aking Cray Chai in the Asket Bay. Little pig Latin going there. The scene?
Indeed.
Sing-a-song. The plot. That dirty crook, the brain, has hidden the inspector in the police commissioner's office to make notes on his secret conferences with Rollo, the undercover man, unbeknownst to the inspector. So I guess they kind of know that he's there. Kind of comical, right, guys?
Yeah, I read ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're gonna, yeah. There's something fishy going on with these
Chris,
guys.
that's not allowed. You can't read ahead.
I'm sorry. I
You
didn't
kind
read
of
a
miss
lot
out
of
on
it.
the experience if you try to read ahead. I mean,
Well, I just had it like 30 seconds before you guys. I was like, gasp. Really?
Christopher, stop.
I'm trying not. I'll try to watch
All right,
StreamYard now.
Mike's gonna finish reading.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
the two men know he's there and are deliberately misleading him.
See, they're
diagram,
dogging it.
diagram above. Up to a certain point, I like ice cream cones. After that, I prefer Beethoven. If at first you don't succeed, succotash. C'est la gueule. C'est la gueule. You're perfectly right. I prefer the differential to the old-fashioned buffalo. Ain't we all? Of course, you are the only girl I've ever. They're really trying to throw this guy off, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Of course. If somebody was to try that today, if that was today, they'd be accusing that guy of misgendering.
Oh, none of this could happen now. Yeah, but yes, you're right.
But people weren't so overly bent over the top. It's like, I don't know that I should report this to the brain. Might be it is in code though. It'll be a little tricky here to read.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If you want me to read any of that dialogue, I can, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, the dialogue isn't the problem at the moment. I'm more worried about the thing over in the red there because I can't,
That's what I meant, the red. Do you want me to read the red for you? Because I can see it fairly well. Or if you can do it, if you enlarged it, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. The inspector is hiding in the chief's wastebasket. To make notes on anything he and the detective talk about, unknown to him, the boys are wise to the plot.
Dun 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 dun.
Thursday is peachy, Commissioner, especially with an umbrella. Okay. That reminds me. When I was a little girl, I used to like on toast. But then again, here today and gone to lunch. Do you follow me, or shall I follow you? Okay, so somebody's got two screens, both sounding. We're getting a bit of an echo there.
Well, Diana's muted. It must be me.
Well, you're not echoing now.
I only echo when I read at the same time. In my head, I can hear echoes.
Huh. All right. Well, anyways.
Yeah, so they're totally messing with this, bro.
Yeah. Lurk. I was just reading toys there. Is my hat on straight? Hee.
I don't even think he's
And then
wearing
you
it.
see the guy in the wastebasket there with a question mark.
Yep.
When I was a little girl, I used to like them on toast. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you trying to kid me? It is better to have loved and lost than to go to prep school, alas. Me too. And there's the exclamation mark. Did you ever stop to think about economic conditions? I never did, but let's. Goody, 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 let's. Okay, read me the day's report. If I got to, I got to. Funny little manzia, you bum. Gosh, dot is what they talked about. like my German there, my German accent attempt.
Yeah, I'm surprised they actually wrote it out like that too.
Well, you shouldn't be, because this was 1939. So, and even before America got into the World War II, with Adolf Hitler and all that, people were not thinking too highly of Germans, I think, at the time. So
Right.
They of course could probably get away with it at that point. The inspector is spying on the police chief and the Scotland Yard man, completely unaware that they know he's there. Let's not go to the parade last night. Let's not, but say we did. They are really speaking in code there, aren't they? What will we talk about now? Let's talk about you, my dear Diana.
Me! My name is in it. Oh my god, I'm famous.
You got a little props there, Diana. You got a little props there. Let's see. Okay. But then again, slavery is an obsolete institution, although I prefer porcelain fillings myself. The dude's just utterly confused. Look at the question marks there. Hey, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Although I prefer porcelain fillings myself, and that wastebasket looks awfully well on the little guy with the whiskers, don't you think? Idiot. They're wise to you. Oh, they just now figured that out?
Yeah, they weren't too quick on that, were they?
They weren't too quick on the upswing there. Continued on next page, of course. Actually, I thought there might have been some female. There might have been, I think the guy who's speaking German, that's the captain. And I thought if this was going to be one of his ones with his family in it, he would have had his wife and kids there. I was going to have you do those parts. But I guess they didn't show up for this particular story. Rolo, there's something very suspicious about that man hiding in my wastebasket every day. Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Well, what's he doing there? Maybe he likes it there. I can't understand that, but it looks mighty suspicious to me. Don't be silly. It's the kind of thing that happens every day. Now look at the guy on the right there. Doesn't that look like one of Popeye's possible costumes or possible?
Which one? Yes, it does actually.
The guy with
and
the
look at his lips. What's wrong with his lips?
Yeah.
Look at that dude's lips.
Yeah. It must be ethnic of some sort. Maybe Greek. I don't know.
I know. Trying to get the question mark there.
If he's supposed to be.
Oh, go ahead, Diana.
So you said the guy with the lips must be ethnic, but he's white.
Right. So I'm thinking maybe he's Greek or something. I'm not from 1939, so I don't know what white guy would have had big, luscious lips. But they might be drawing something ethnic there. I don't know. like the mustache. There is
Well, you got to remember too. There was
Ethan.
probably at that time too, with everything going on in Europe, there probably were a lot of European immigrants coming over
right.
from like
That's a good point.
you know, a lot of like Jewish European and European like a lot of Germans who were not part of the National Socialist Party, or maybe a lot of the people who are in that east, what eventually became the Eastern Bloc, right?
Yep.
So
My sister said they look evil. I don't think they look evil, but that was her thought.
well, yeah, I mean, well, okay, if you remember Star Trek, you remember the Mirror Universe episodes, like with Spock in particular, to give Spock kind of like to make Spock seem evil, they gave him a beard.
Right.
If you remember that.
She said yes,
Now-
she did remember that.
Yeah. So now, why they did that, I can't tell you, but
Because facial hair is manly.
yeah. But anyway, do you take one lump or two? The arrival of Rollo, Coal Scuttle, the Scotland Yard man is giving Brain food for thought. The invisible captain and the visible inspector are very, very glad. Well, it won't be long now. Their old Brain is on the run. Ha ha, Coal Scuttle. Certainly has him scared. I would be almost sorry for him, but he's got it coming to him. You said it. And some exclamation marks.
Yeah.
You boys are perfectly right. I am worried. There's a shadowy figure talking there that we can't even tell who that is. Let's see. Therefore, Captain, tomorrow you are going to bump off Rollo Coal Scuttle. Coal Scuttle. I don't know if he might be English for all we know, because coal's an English word. The guy's name is Rollo Coal Scuttle. There, who we were just talking about, the guy with the lips.
I like his I like that name, Coal Scuttle.
Yeah. Well, I know the word scuttle means you basically sink a ship. You sink like a boat or something like that. I can't go meet it, Inspector. I ain't no bumper offer. Well, if you don't, the Brain will fix your wagon. That was a very interesting way of saying things back then, huh?
Yeah, I keep thinking bumper offer like is another word, like put the F word in there. And maybe like it sounds like replacement language.
No, I don't think that's.
Oh, I don't either, but it sounds like it. It sounds
Yeah.
like replacement language.
Yeah,
Doesn't
and
it mean to
you
kill
make a
them?
good point.
To squish them or something?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Kill 'em, to dispose of them.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like a German speaking, like a German person speaking English.
mm,
That's what the lettering, the words look like.
mm-hmm.
It might be.
Well, yeah, I think the captain is somewhat German by nature, from what I understand. So, in their let's see where in the first place, it ain't right to bump people off. In the second place, I won't do it. Their second place is their most important in their first place. I tell you, Captain, why don't you toin stool und tip off Mr. Skull, Mr. Coalscuttle. Oh. See here, this is what I was saying. Continued in Comics on Parade number 16 to be published Friday, June 9th. So June 9th, 1939 is when the next issue would be coming out after this. But it will probably be at like a July cover date. So just, what we were talking about earlier. By golly, I will. All right, so I was thinking there might have been, because I know that he'd had some stuff with family in there before, but I guess this time that wasn't. But I do know there will be definitely some parts for you to read, Diana, because I know there's some other strips we'll be covering here. So, anyways, there's Jasper, Wayne Webster, and that's a text story. Road to Romance, Richard Bartholomew. Like the text stuff we usually won't do because that'd just take too long to read through. Even All right, here's the next one. Now before we get started though, I'm gonna step away from the computer for a moment. So if you guys want to take the time to plug anything, you're more than welcome to. I'm gone. Entertain the people. Hey, Woody's here too. Yep.
Hi, Woody.
I'll be right back.
Hi, Woody.
You guys want to talk to the chat or plug anything?
Okay. All right, Mike.
I'll be right back.
How is he on
Alrighty.
page
So,
22?
hello,
I went to
everybody
page
who's in
22.
the
My
chat.
page 22 isn't his page 22.
What's that, Chris?
My page 22 wasn't his page 22.
Oh, okay. Well, this looks like there might be some more female parts, so I might be able to read a little bit. I do enjoy
Oh, I
the
found it.
reading
Ella
part.
Cinders. Yeah, Ella sounds
Ella-
like a female.
Ella Cinders by Bill Conselman and Charlie Plum.
Yeah.
So
Continued
Chris,
from the preceding page.
is it? Oh, yeah, probably.
I wonder what's
Probably.
on.
But yeah, Chris, did you want to talk about Hero Shack at all? Do you want to?
Well, we do have a website where you guys can get our comic books.
Yeah.
I'm the creator and Diana is the editor. Although she did write in Trolls Exposed, she has a story in there.
This is
illustrated
true.
by our professional
out.
artist daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The face I'm using as an icon, that's Mangai Yoshokin, my latest project that will be out soon. I'm having to do a little bit of redraw. I'm fortunate enough to have some people giving me some advice, and I'm taking it into effect. So my children must look more consistent. That's my latest project. Yes, dear.
Why aren't you on camera, Christopher?
Why aren't you on camera?
Because, all right, well, frankly, I don't want to detract attention. Okay. I have this beautiful hair. I have this wonderful goatee. I mean, come on,
I'm seeing it. I do see it.
Yeah, so obviously I shouldn't be on camera because who can read Ella Cinders if I'm sitting here going
exactly
right?
Well, I'll be stuttering.
Boy, I'm not used to anybody playing into my BS. That's funny.
Chris, where's your phone at?
My phone is my camera right here.
Oh, so you can't answer my text. All right. I've been trying.
Oh, I could if I looked at the text thing. Let's see. Are you texting? Let's see. Oh, I see you.
Wait, Chris, also, did you get a haircut?
No.
No, it's just slicked back from today. Because when I work, I put it back in a ponytail and I look
it looks very styled. Like it looks like you styled it.
Well, no, then when I pull it down, it just has like that.
I get it.
It has like that rich white look.
You just said hi.
Hi, Woody. Hi, Bianca. Fights the zombies. And
hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to the Mikestand.
As Mike would say, like and share. Let's get some nice people in. No, friendly people in here.
Action. Mm-hmm.
Friendly people, he says. We have to do it like Mike does. It's his show.
Yeah. You can. You're so funny. So yeah, so Kathy was wondering why you weren't.
Yeah, leave it down.
Why? Yeah. My phone is actually hooked up to my computer, and it's because I don't have an iMac anymore. I have a Mac Mini, which I like, but I will replace sooner rather than later, probably.
Hello, Rick. from Cross Comics. It's so nice
Rick!
to see you.
Rick is out there.
Rick is out there.
I thought
Mike
he was
is
going to
on
be
his
in here
break right
helping us.
now, and he's left us in charge to chit chat. And I'm at my sister's. Actually, I'm at my niece's house with my sister.
Should I
who's
show some
watching her
nudity?
grandchildren. I'm talking. What?
Do you want me to show some nudity to get
No,
ratings
just
up?
stop already.
Are you sure?
Oh my God, you
No,
guys.
go for it, Chris. Do it.
No, don't listen to him.
Would you really?
No, he wouldn't. So, Rick, welcome to Mike's show. We are reading, or Mike is reading. I've read a little bit.
Oh, look, I got a shirt on underneath.
I know. Chris, you're so weird.
I'm trying to make this entertaining while Mike is gone.
Yes, I know. Poor Mike's going to come back and say, "What have you done?"
Yeah, I'll be opening up the only the only
Rick
fans
said, "Please,
Mike
no."
stand.
He's like, "No, Chris, keep your shirt on. Thank you very much."
So
Anyway.
if you don't send Mike super chats, I'm stripping down.
Nice.
Actually,
Do it slow though, okay? Don't go too fast. We want to be able to take it all in.
oh, she would be bad on a regular show, wouldn't she?
She would be terrible. She would be terrible. Poor Mike wouldn't be able to know.
I know. Yeah, when Mike comes back, I'm shutting my mouth.
Yep.
Diana constantly has to shut us down on Wednesday nights.
We have talked about Hero Shack stuff, Chris. I mean,
Yes,
I
so
mean,
we have so at Hero Shack we have the Great Cyclopean, the Last of the Reapers. We have Cluster Fudge, which is for mature audiences only. And we have Mike who's back. So I'm going to shut up and just say,
well, if you, I heard you were just doing some and hey, Rick, thanks for dropping in, my friend.
Mike, I tried to get super chats. I offered to take off my shirt, but they stopped me.
Okay, I don't have enough subscribers yet, Chris. For
see,
for
so
chat.
you guys,
I'm not monetized, so
it would have been wasted. So it's a good thing that they shut me down.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got hi, Rick. No, Chris. You could talk about Hero Shack stuff. Yeah, well. Yeah, and I told him that, Rick, when I left.
We did, but Diana kept interrupting me.
Anyway. Oh yeah, actually, well, Diana, are you subscribed to me yet, Diana?
I what?
Subscribe.
Are you subscribed to me yet?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, well,
I should be.
Well, yeah, double check, make sure you are, so that way you can.
Hold on, I'll subscribe to him right
Well,
now.
I am going to actually do something here, and so the next time you comment, there probably will be a surprise for you. Next time you comment.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
She's so clueless. She has no idea.
Well, next time she comments, she'll see.
Yep. Now she's trying to figure out how to comment. I love my wife. In case anybody questions that, I want everybody to know. Ella Cinders.
Yeah, and this is going to be this is kind of a fun one to read too. So, and Diana, this is going to be one of the first ones I'm going to have you read because, of course, Ella being a young woman. So I think you'll enjoy reading her. So I'll give you her part, and I'll take the male parts as well. Let's see. And Rick just said something here. Diana got a well. Okay, thanks for spoiling it, Rick. Thanks for spoiling it.
I didn't read the chat because I can't see it. I lost it on my phone. So.
Well, okay. Rick. Basically, I gave you a wrench. I've been giving you guys wrenches, so you guys can like plug your stuff and put links up if you want.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
So, but I didn't necessarily want to just tell you that. I wanted you to discover that for yourself.
I was going to, but my phone I turned it the wrong way. So now I lost the chat. So I have to figure out how to get it back. Let's see.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've had that happen.
It drives me crazy. Like, where'd my chat go? I had it. It was up and I was reading and I was talking.
Well, I think here, I don't know if your phone works the same way, but if you go to where you're normally the bottom of your phone is, right?
Yeah.
And you know how there's like the square to push you back and the and also the arrow that will help you backtrack. If you hit the arrow that helps you backtrack, that should help get you back to the previous screen you had.
Okay. All right. Well, I will do that. You guys continue, and I will fool around with it here.
Well, you got to read. You got to
Yeah,
read.
we're getting ready to do
I'm reading. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're getting ready to read Ella Cinders. You're going to be Ella Cinders, my dear.
Okay, I'm Ella.
And
Ella
and just to
Cinders.
give you let's give you an idea. I believe she's probably a 20-something young woman in the 30s, like a secretary type. So just bearing that in mind. I'll do the narration, the guy parts, and then I mean you can see her right there. That's her right there. So
all right, cool.
All right. So anyways, let's get started. Belding holding Ella in a hypnotic trance, plans to use her in the theft of some priceless jewels. Will he succeed?
You supposed to read
Yes,
that?
No.
Yes, I've done it for.
That's not me. That's
not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike.
Mike's she's yelling at me. She goes, she's supposed to read. I'm like, it's not my turn
Sorry,
yet.
Mike, my bad.
God.
Yeah.
Trying to keep her in line.
All right.
Okay.
So,
anyways, Ella, still under the stupefying effects of hypnotism, tosses about in a cabin. Jewels, wealth, guttering beauty to charm away my cares.
Yes.
And it looks like you're up, Diana.
okay. Beauty that might grace the neck of a queen or the fingers of a duchess, but instead it all rests within the confines of my safe. Ha ha.
Okay. I'm the way it looked like the. Okay, I think that was actually something I should have spoke there, because
it's weird the way the comment box
all right. Okay, so let me
read that.
I'm sorry, Dane, because the
That's
way they had the tail there, it looked like she was the one saying it, but it was actually the guy. Beauty that well might grace the neck of a queen or the fingers of a duchess, but instead it all rests within the confines of my safe. My safe, ha ha. And you, my Catherine, will bring me more. The Stanhope diamond is not enough, nor the sapphire of Hensley. But look at her face, Diana. Look, they even got the hypnotic line right there. See that,
She
Chris?
is totally entranced.
Chris, you see that hypnotic line right there?
Yep.
That's some classic drawing right there, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's the style of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so, yeah.
It's interesting what they used to do and what, how much of it wouldn't fly today, but it does look good, especially for their day.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, comparative social commentary is also part of what we try to do here as well. So
right.
We must go after bigger things. We might even enter the sacred portals of the Taj Mahal. I must have jewels, for only the fire of a precious stone can match the fire in my eyes. A storm is brewing, sir. I think it would be advisable to change our course. What do I care about a storm? You have your orders. Obey them. Did you ever hear of a cormorant, Catherine, my dear? A cormorant is used by the Japanese for fishing. It is a long-necked bird that dives beneath the surface and catches fish. I think I've seen those before. Have you guys seen those before? The cormorant?
I haven't.
I think I've seen them at least in some cartoons or something like that. A long rope fastened to its neck and held by the fisherman prevents it from swallowing the fish it catches because the rope is drawn very tight. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know why I'm saying oh boy, Chris?
They're hanging him. They got him by the
They're
neck.
hanging the bird, but who would be screeching about now? Who would be screaming about now?
Well, anybody who's ever been concerned about lynching, I guess they would say that's a lynch mob there, maybe.
Well, no,
Of course, they
doing
could
this
be
to a
joking the bird,
They're
you
doing
know.
this to a bird. Wouldn't PETA be like all up in arms over?
Oh yeah,
something
well,
like this?
PETA, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they wouldn't like that. They
PETA
probably
and
don't like that.
any kind of animal rights advocacy group would be up in arms over this. If
Yep.
it would happen today.
Yeah, I mean they got rights to vote now and everything.
Or at least that's what some of them are trying to get for them. With my eyes and your hands, we are going to steal some of the most precious jewels in the world. You, my little cormorant, and these fingers, the rope that will keep you forever silent. Ha ha.
Wow.
Look at her, Diana. Look at her facial expression there. You want to give any commentary on her facial expression there?
Okay.
Why can't a woman talk?
Why can't my sister's over here? Why can't the woman talk? Well, because it's not her turn to talk right now.
Yeah, but
she's
I
in a
mean,
trance.
Well, she's hypnotized, apparently.
She's trance.
Oh,
She's in a.
okay.
She's in a. Don't you
I'm
remember
sorry.
the whole like hypnotic thing that we never mind.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so she thought Michael first. I want to say that my sister thought you drew these comic book. I says no.
That's
This
how
comic
I didn't quite hear that.
This comic book is from 1939. Mike did not draw the comic. So I had to correct her on that. So when she asks questions, she's worse than I am when it comes to comic books. But I like the facial expression. You can tell that she's still in that hypnotic trance. But I want to see when she comes out of it. I want to see what happens. Like
Okay, I want to say something stupid, and you guys can boo me. She looks like a blow-up doll. She does. Look at her.
Jesus, Chris.
Look at her. She looks like a blow-up doll that's sitting like he just propped her up on the couch and like, aha, you are under my control.
Well, I guess I can kind of see what Chris is talking about. I mean, even
oh my God, you guys, we are not going down the conversation of blow-up dolls, Christopher.
I'm just saying the art there
doesn't look like a blow-up doll.
1939 makes sense.
In that case, the art got me a little weirded out. I was like, that's a little weird.
I think it's very cool because it's back from 1939.
That's
okay,
true.
Mike.
It is cool. Yeah, move along before I say anything else stupid.
Okay. Why didn't you knock, you fool? I thought I heard you ring, sir. I am sorry to have disturbed you. Let's see. Okay. I don't think we're going to see it here because I think that right there might be all right. There's a copyright little tag at the bottom there, so I don't know if we're going to see her talk it. Sorry about that. I thought she would have, but that's what happens when you go certain issues like this every 5 issues. So you're not always sure what
that's okay.
Going on. So.
That's a man who knew how to write a woman.
Oh boy.
Christopher, we will talk when I get home on Sunday. No more Sunday. Okay.
I see a couch in Chris's future.
Mike, right? Mike, he's home alone with the 2 dogs.
He's so brave right now.
He's so brave because I am not downstairs in my office. So
they're both sleeping at my feet. If I could show you how wonderful it is right now.
No, we don't want to see how wonderful it is. You just need to stop.
I took them walking before the show too. I'm very proud of myself.
Anyway, all right. So, anyways, let's finish this off here. Jephthah, I wanted no one to see these jewels, not even you. A secret that is known to everyone is not a secret. I understand, sir. Yes, he's one of the heavy, one of the strong arm servants there.
That artwork doesn't help it.
I guess there
I
is
like
more
the
to it.
artwork, to be honest with you, because it's kind of like a throwback to what comic books used to be back in 1939. So,
Well, I hope
Well,
she
this
says
is a
something.
comic from
cool.
1939, though. So,
well, I don't think the artwork would fly today, but I do like looking back at what they used to do. And this, Mike, was this a very popular comic back then? Do you know?
let's see. I'm not sure. This company, United Feature Syndicate, went from, I believe, the late 30s through the 50s. So the company itself, I think, basically went under sometime in the 50s, I believe. So it's not like it's survived well into, but they would do, but at this point they were still doing. I don't know if they ever got around to doing original material like DC or Centaur or anything like that. But this is all reprint. This is all like reprints from newspapers. United.
I have something for you. Wait, where was it? Now I just lost it. So in 1934, they did an original strip, and it says it was Al Cap's Little Abner. So I guess that was one of their originals.
Okay.
But mostly they didn't do a lot of original stuff. Like it's all syndicated stuff, and to some extent they're still around, but they're just like a label now for some syndicated features.
Right, they're not They're not producing comic books anymore. They might still be doing work for newspapers.
Like, their comic book stuff was acquired by Dell in '58, according to this.
Yeah, and then Dell, of course, eventually ceded to Gold Key. Dell eventually became Gold Key.
And then they started making computers and made a lot of money.
Did you guys see the
same Dell company?
No,
I didn't think that was the same Dell company.
I don't think it is. I'm just playing.
So listen, Rick wanted to know how many issues did this comic get?
I looked that up. So they have 42 issues on here, but I think it did have more than that. Let's see. Let me go to another thing here. I'm just opening up a window. I can check that real quick just by hooking that up real quick. Yeah. So don't. And if I have to go off to search like this, if you guys want to keep the, if you guys want to, again, you guys want to talk to chat or while I'm looking this stuff up.
All right, I'll do that. So today we had very sunny weather, and it was nice. How about your weather? How was your weather, Diana?
Rick wanted to know what issue this was again.
This is okay. It's number 15, but it's also indexed as volume 2, number 3. Wonderful. It's the 15th issue, but it's also indexed as volume 2, number 3.
That's the cover, Rick. It's a watermelon cover. He's got watermelon juice on his ears.
Okay, so according to what I found here, in fact, I will momentarily share this screen so you guys can see this for yourselves here, and I'll bring that other screen back up in a moment here. I just gotta make sure that it'll be the right screen.
So it's 10:09. My bedtime is at 10:30 on a Friday night. Is that going to work for everybody here?
Well, I mean, if you want to read, I would think you'd want to try to stay through the whole show. But if you feel like you have to leave,
I know. Well, it's just that I I've only read a little bit, and and that's fine. I mean, that's okay. There's not a lot of female parts, it seems, and that's okay, but I just didn't
Well,
know.
I think there'll be more as we get into it a
Yes.
little. Well, but yeah. So to answer Rick's question here, so as soon as I can get back. Okay, so according to this, there were 104 issues right here. You know, the book ran from 1938 to 1955 from United Features Comic-Con Parade. So 104 issues, Rick. So, anyways,
so Mike, I have a question.
Okay.
The next comic that you pick, may I read the male parts? I can do a guy's voice if I have to.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't want to just. I want to read. I'm not reading enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I thought that in these first two stories, the females would be talking.
I know you did.
I'm
not
sorry
blaming you. I'm just saying, but I don't mind.
I will the next feature we do. I'll give it all to you. You can do everything. You can do the narration.
No, really? Come on.
Yeah, I'll just give you the whole thing there to read.
Oh my gosh, I'm blushing. Thank you. That would be so much fun. I love to read. I do. You know what a goofball. Yeah. Chris knows what a goofball I am. I'm like.
She reads my books every Sunday. She likes it.
Yeah. I do. I have
and
so
she
much
does
fun.
Look, Mike. You'll see. She'll do the whole.
I know, and I was hoping to have her. I was hoping to have her read more as well. It's just that, it's just that it just didn't happen, as of yet. But I do know that there will be some other features in here that, like Little Mary Mix-Up was one of the ones I'm gonna have you read the female parts for. But the next feature we read, I'll let you have the entire feature. That should work, right?
Yeah, that will work. I'm not trying to be a baby. I just want to read more.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, I mean, I'm trying to be fair too. I mean, I was trying. Anyways, so let's get back to this so we can try to get through this a little quicker.
Okay,
here.
That sounds good. Go for
it. Was it difficult to get the diamond, sir? The Stanhope diamond? No, it was stolen right from under the nose of a bearded idiot who was supposed to guard it. Was he very stupid, sir? With all his bulk, his hairy arms, and tremendous strength, he was no match for the magic of my eyes, my hypnotic eyes. And this, Jephthah, is the famous Stanhope diamond. No one seems to know where it is since Baron von Ventlos missed it. But I know, and now you know. And Jephthah, I wouldn't want to be forced to make people wonder where you disappeared to.
Ooh.
Would you always look upon him as being a fool, sir? It doesn't matter. And besides, what business is it of yours whether I consider a bearded fool a blundering nitwit or not?
Great point.
Then it must have been the beard, Mr. Belding, that I made the difference between a fool and a smart man. Look closer. What do you see? Am I still a blundering nitwit? Oh boy, a bit of a reveal here. Mr. Belding, you stole the jewels I was trusted to guard. I followed you halfway around the world, and now I found you.
Uh-oh.
So what? I'm going to shoot you and throw you over the side of the ship. How does that sound? It sounds quite impossible. In the first place, you can't shoot me. And why can't you shoot me? Simple enough. Jephthah, my will is stronger than yours, and my eyes make you fear my will. Look at me, ha! I knew it. You can't pull that trigger.
That guy's boss.
That guy's what?
He's boss.
Yeah.
He's outwilling the guy with the gun. He's boss.
Jephthah, have you ever thought how peaceful it must be at the bottom of the sea, where fishes play tag with the ghost of men? Interesting alliteration there. It must be very restful down in the depths, in the arms of Neptune. Ha ha. You'll find out, because Jephthah, that's where you're going. Now drop that gun. Continued on the next page.
Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to make us wait.
Well, there probably will come a point. Because I think
You mean like to the next issue, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the next issue?
Well, these usually run about 4 pages at a time. So now
He's really going to send him off the boat. Look at the dotted I thing. He's got control.
Yep. Now start walking backwards out of this cabin and along the deck, then climb over the rail into eternity. Can't something be done about this madman? Must Ella remain in his villainous clutches? Isn't there a way out? Oh, Diana, guess what? There's some dialogue for you.
Oh my God, I get a turn to read. Wait. Okay. I had us on mute because my sister and I are very loud at sometimes. Okay. Oh, where am I? What happened to me? I feel as if I just had a horrible nightmare.
Come, Catherine, relax. You're up.
My sister's laughing at me. I'm not Catherine. I've already told you that. My name is Ella Cinders, and I've got into this mess because I thought Sartoro was a crook and was planning to swindle you. He said you were a crook, and he pretended to be a detective on your trail. He didn't know how right he was. You're a crook, double-dyed and heavily accented. Wait.
Wow, what dialogue there, huh, Diana? Diana, what?
Yes, I know. Double dared and heavily accented. That's so funny. Okay.
Oh, RJ's here. Hey, RJ. Thank you for the birthday wish. Yeah. Thank you for the birthday wish, my friend. And thanks for dropping in. I hope you're enjoying the content. Now, Diana, if you can stick around till the end, I would appreciate it because I still gotta talk to you guys about when you guys can next come on. So, if you can, if you can, I understand. But
I know, but I have more lines to read. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Catherine, control yourself.
And I won't rest until I see playing quarterback and calling signals for dear old Sing Sing. There, fly that at your masthead, you fuzzy-faced old bilge pump. Where is Jephthah?
Oh, Diana's got some good lines here. Be patient, all right? Diana, you're still on.
Where is Jephthah?
He didn't seem to like it on board, so he just walked off and left us.
You rascally old weasel face. I've got enough on you to send you to prison so long that you'll be able to time your stay with the century plant.
Look at his dialogue. Wow.
That's century
so funny.
plant.
A century
dialogue,
plant.
huh, Diana?
The language is so funny.
Yeah. Catherine, I've listened to enough of your insult. Go to your cabin before I give you a little black pill that won't feel a bit good. Oh, boy.
Don't call me, Catherine.
Oh my gosh. And what if I won't take it?
Then I'll feed it to you with this.
Oh, this is getting pornographic.
No, it's a gun.
That's my point.
Little black pill.
Oh, Chris is getting a little naughty in the head there.
Oh God, Chris.
Continued
I'm
in
bringing it
Comics
to
on
life.
Parade, number 16 to be published Friday, June 19th. So there is one more part here, though. I just gotta read that out. I'm short of money, my dear, and I want you to help me get some.
Oh,
You're always bragging about the famous jewels you own. Aren't they worth money?
I think he's gonna pimp her.
Chris, with the black pill and the gun, maybe. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, there's something fishy about that guy and the magnetic eye power.
Yeah.
Don't trust the hypnotist.
Bronco Bill. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Let's see, where are we at on time here? So we're coming up on an hour and a half, so we got to try to get through this a little quicker here. Ella's got
I can run the video at 1.5.
All right. Ella's got a Betty Boop look to her. Okay. And Rick is saying, "Oh yeah, happy birthday, thank you, Rick." And night all. So Tori's just left us, but I understand he's off on the East Coast. So Bronco Bill, and I did. Let's see, Louis Dope rather. How to make. And I'm just kind of going through this a little faster to find something that junior
Ooh, in
readers.
Russia. See, Russia was a big story in 39 too.
Yeah.
Dynamite done. Woohoo.
Yeah. All right. Well, Diana, you want to try to read this? Billy Make Believe. So I think this got a little boy in it, so I was going to have you do him anyways. So as I said, I'm going to let you have this entire strip since I told you the next.
Really? Okay. I'm excited. All right, here we go. Should I start now?
Now that I got the thing, let's see. Yeah. Go ahead and start now.
Okay. Billy Make Believe by He Holman. In the excitement of the chase and capture of the black band smugglers, Billy has forgotten all about his pet bear cub. Golly, I'm awfully lonesome. I'll follow his trail and find Billy wherever he is. We've all had a hard day, but oh, I'm sorry, Mike. We've all had a hard day, but Lucky and Trapper did most of the work. So while they get some sleep, it's my job to guard the prisoners. I don't hear a sound from the prisoners. They must be all asleep. Billy Bear at last finds the camp and is happy to see his friend's familiar figure by the campfire. Hey, one of the prisoners is missing. The bandit chief, who pretended he was badly hurt, now springs upon Billy and disarms him. Ugh! Help!
Oh, look at that, Diana. The bear's biting him.
I know. Look at that. The bear is taking a bunch out of him. A big bite.
That bear looks a little like Mickey Mouse.
Christopher, stop already. It does not.
A little.
Okay. After his unsuccessful attempt to escape, the leader of the black band and his gang, tied together with rope, are marched to Trapper's cabin. What are you going to do with him, Lucky? I'll send him a radio message from my plane to patrol headquarters and ask them to send a transport plane for the prisoners. The big government plane soon comes to carry the outlaws to jail. Their smuggling days are over. Lucky, you and your friends did a good job catching this dangerous band of criminals. They are all on the plane in irons. Well, pals, I just got a radio message from headquarters. I'm to have a nice vacation as a reward for capturing the black band. I'm going to spend it right here hunting and fishing.
Oh, good accent there, Diane. Yeah.
I'll have to go to town to get my supplies for the winter. It won't be long before snow falls here in the hills, and we need a lot of things for winter. Okay, we'll all go in my plane. There's the town. I'll land in the lot back of the store. Say, who's that avatar with the, I'm sorry, who's that aviator with the trapper and the kid? Don't know. That fella's flying a stranger. That flying fella's a stranger in these parts.
Okay, but before I go on to the next page, does everybody know what an aviator is?
Yes, isn't he the guy that drives the plane?
Yeah,
Or
he's
somebody
a pilot.
that likes planes,
He's a pilot.
pilot? Yeah.
Aviator is just another word for pilot, just a kind of a fancier word for pilot.
Hold on.
Hey, more Billy.
Are you reading anymore?
While Billy Trapper, and Lucky Landing are in the store securing winter supplies, Dave the Fox, who has been operating as lookout for the black band, is now talking to a native. What you mean to say? You've never even seen that aviator guy before? I know. Every man and dog round these parts, and that feller's a total stranger. You lads must be stocking up for a long session. That cabin of yours. You're darn tootin'. We're gonna stick around and do some hunting and fishing for a spell.
I noticed you started to chuckle there, Diana.
Because my sister is laughing at me. I'm sorry. You blew it.
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
Moment.
hey, look at it this way. You're entertaining, right?
Yes, she's laughing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I would imagine it's not exactly malicious. You know.
No, it's not.
Very entertained by your talent there.
By my reading. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get back here. This here aviator friend of Horn has just been given a leave of absence for rounding up that black bandit gang for the government. And we've got to show him a good time.
And there's a question mark.
Mm-hmm. It's a question mark. Sorry to keep you waiting, mister. What'll have you? I'll take a plug of tobacco. Chewing tobacco.
Better known to people who actually know English as chewing tobacco.
Chewing tobacco. He's going chawing tobacco.
Yeah, it's just kind of a
very cultural way to say it, I think.
Yeah.
Say, just where's that old trapper's cabin located anyway? Anyhow? Oh, it ain't so very far, just over in that valley beyond Dome Mountain. If that federal guy thinks he's rounded up the last of the black band, I'll soon show him different. How to make it. That was fun.
I think there's one more page here.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm ready. Dave the Fox is on the trail of Lucky Landing, the border patrolman who broke up the gang of black band smugglers. So this Lucky is the guy who wrecked the chief's plane and nabbed him and the rest of my pals, the old trapper and the yaller-haired kid helped him do it. I'll even with him too. The way they structured their sentences, good Lord help us.
Well, remember they weren't as educated. You know, yeah, they may have had a grade school. They may have had a grade school education, but if you remember, even back in the, I don't know if you guys remember Little House on the Prairie. At times, you have people in rural areas that
right
don't exactly have the greatest grammar or diction.
Well, and I think too, they're trying to get into like the whole the character of who this character is in the writing, so I can understand that. Okay. But what if this federal cop is only using this hunting trip as a bluff so he can do some more snooping around? Maybe he'll stumble into the place where we've hidden the stuff. Ooh, there's stuff hidden. Oh, I like that. Did you see that car back there on Dome Mountain Road? Well, I wonder where he thinks he's going with a car on a road like that. Dangerous, isn't it, Trapper? Sure is. It's just an old wood road. Never did see no car on it before. Well, I suppose he knows where he's heading, for I'm going to circle back over him once more. Here comes that plane back again. That looks bad. I'll step on the gas and... As the fox watches the returning plane instead of the road, his car crashes into a boulder. Oh no.
And
He
it
fell
says
out
here,
of he flew
continuing
out of his
Comic Con
car. Oh my gosh.
Parade number 16 to be published. So that's the last of it. Well, they did a lot of this with these reprints too. They did a lot of these a lot of these kind of cliffhanger type stuff, because again, these were reprints from papers. They were done monthly at a time, so let's see. Let's take a quick peek at some of the comments here, and then we'll move on to the next story. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, we already saw that. Night. Okay. Hi, RJ. Well, Diana, you're saying hi to RJ. Okay. I can't bear it. He is being bitten. Rick with a little pun action there. And Night at Action Toys channel. Okay. So yeah, I think we're all having a pretty good time here, aren't we? Wow, I've got, like, according to this, I got 11 likes, so I really have had a pretty good audience tonight. That's good to see. Anyways,
because I threatened to take off my shirt, Mike. It always works.
Cynical Susie. Okay. Well, I think the main
Mike?
character is a girl here. So, Diana, you feel like reading another one here?
I can, but I wanted to thank you for letting me read because I really enjoy it.
And I'm sorry that I couldn't get you on early. I thought we'd have at least some more female people in there. So, but
Probably.
so, all right. So I'll do the guys here. You
do you want me to do the little kid and the
do
clown?
girl. So, I think the little girl right there. Okay.
I just want to
Cynical Studio. So, I think it starts off.
like an idiot.
I'm afraid I'll.
Great.
Diana.
Okay. So I'm afraid, right? Is that what you want me to read?
Yeah.
I want to make sure. Okay. I'm afraid I'll never find another like her.
But Mr. But actually, that one looks like a little kid too. I'll let you read both of those, and I'll do the third guy there.
Okay. But now that I know you're terrible, no, you can't double for Miss Feather anymore.
No.
That one?
The middle one, right? Okay, so you read the I'm afraid, the one right above it. That's the next one.
But Mr. Boom,
right
okay. You know what? It's so interesting the way they have their dialogue. Okay.
Their balloons are weird.
So first, I should have read, but Mr. Boom, it was all right when you didn't know I was her double.
Right.
And then it goes to you.
But now that I know you're terrible. No, you can't double for Miss Feather anymore.
I'm afraid I'll never find another like her.
Oh.
Wait, why are you so close, Diana? Jesus. He loves you so much.
That's you, Mike, right? That's right, Mr. Boom.
Okay. Yeah, I just decided to make it a little bit bigger because I just heard your sister say something about why you so close. Thought maybe the text is a little small for you. So, that's right, Mr. Boom. There's not another like Susie in the world.
So, well, I think in that case that she is a kettle of hot water. Take her away.
You hear Susie? You're fired. Fired. Fired.
I see. I'm fired.
Good luck, Susie, old scout.
Some folks say good luck, but all Boom ever says is you're fired. Gee, I guess there just isn't any use. Oh, that house is on fire. Sounds like a baby. It must be alone.
Oh, Mr. Boom, your house is on fire. Quick! Get the fireman! My baby is inside! Rescue him! Save my baby, someone! Too late. No one could live in there now.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
Well, back in the 30s, remember this was pre-CCA. This was pre-Comics Code Authority. And some of this stuff that you're seeing here is why, in part, why the Comics Code Authority came into existence in the first. Right, maybe not this stuff as much, but really the more real adult stuff that would come out, in the next couple of years after this, with stuff, surrounding Wonder Woman, some of the darker aspects of Batman. But anyways, $1 million and anything if someone will save my baby. Back, everybody. All right.
Look at him scooping up the money.
Yeah. It was a depression after all. And you're on.
She's muted.
All right. I was trying to mute my sister because she was talking. I'm at Mr. Bloom, right? Or where am I at?
No, net,
please.
No. Net, please. Yeah. Mr. Boom, I guess you said you're fired so many times it burned up your house.
Oh, that's a pun right there. That's a joke. Oh boy, that was some writing there, huh?
Oh yeah. Witty.
Yep. You're the bravest girl alive, Susie. You can have anything you want, and I'll make you the greatest movie star in the world.
We'll see about that.
Wait. That's the little girl. I'm sorry. I was about to say it, but then I realized that's the little girl. Go for it, Diana.
Okay. That was me. Okay.
Yeah.
Read it again.
We'll see about that.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, that was by a woman, Becky Sharp.
Yeah, Cynical Susie by Becky Sharp. All right, so let's see. All right, so this first big one is probably the guy, and then the one at the far right there. So, when my house was on fire and my baby was about to burn to death, who dashed into the flames? Who brought him out without one singed hair? Who but our little Susie?
It was nothing, Mr. Boom.
Susie, I'll make you the most glamorous movie star on earth. Boom always keeps his word.
Not if I can help it.
Looks like the girl that she was the understudy for is getting a little jealous there, huh?
Yeah, she's pulling a Natalie Portman.
All right. Let's see. So, okay. The picture we're going to shoot is the Queen's bovine. Everybody know what a bovine is?
Yeah, that's a cow.
It's a cow, right?
Yeah.
Milo
Man,
Hayes is king. Susie, you're the visiting queen. You've brought the king a present, a cow, your cow. Lily Way will take the part.
What?
Lily Way just loves to act, Mr. Bloom. And what an act.
Ready, everybody?
So Bloom thinks he can get away with giving Susie my part? Well, we'll see who's the queen of the glams around this lot. I want a mean mouse.
Yes, Miss Thistlefeather. How about old sourpuss, Sheba? Here, she's so mean she'll leave her cheese to bite the head off a tack.
Second,
Wow,
I need
that's
to
gotta be
stop.
mean.
I need to
That's
stop.
gotta be mean.
Hold on a second. Why is she asking for a mean mouse? Is that what was that a thing back then? Like
Well,
seriously, I want a mean mouse.
Diana, and what I can tell you, at least from my experience with a lot of the older, particularly with the cartoons from around this time, the Golden Age era, they always a mouse. You know, basically, women and elephants were always scared of mice.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
You remember? I mean, even in some of the MGM cartoons, that with Mammy Two Shoes, right? Where Tom might bring in a mouse and she'd go, jump up on a bucket and go, mouse, get rid of mouse. Right?
and a mean one is even better.
Yeah. Okay, Diana, you're on.
Oh, Diana's on.
I guess this will take Susie's mind off acting for a while. Now to slip Mousie right in the tuft of the tail. What? Oh, King, I brought you a present, a priceless cow. Her horns are emeralds. Her milk is pure honey. Her butter is solid gold. She shall be the apple of my eye, O Queen. Oh, wait.
I think that's a tie part.
That's you, Mike.
She shall be the apple of my eye, O Queen. I know you're excited.
Come hither, Lily Way, Queen of Cows. Lily Way, what's the matter? Wait a minute.
And this will be the last part here of this story. What's this? What's this?
Oh, Mr. Bloom, I saved your baby. Please save my Lily Way.
That's funny. Cynical Susie. All right, so let's see.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was fun. Thanks for letting me read, Mike. I appreciate it.
Well, I knew we had some that you could have read. But I was a little disappointed I wasn't able to get you reading a little sooner there.
It was just a little slow going. I'm good now though. That's good.
All right, and we're at hour 44, so we're making good time here. We might do one or two more features and start wrapping up. Let's see, and I'm gonna need you, if you guys can both stick around after the show, just to wrap some stuff up.
Do you think we can wrap it up by 11? Because I'm really getting tired.
Yeah, I was. If I we're at an hour 44 now, so if you want it to be done by 11, or to where you can just stay on for a couple minutes after 11, I'd have to start. I was gonna try to do one more feature if you'd wanted to. As soon as I could find it, I think Little Mary Mix-Up here. Do you want to start wrapping up, Diana, or do you want to go through this
I
and then?
think so.
Do you want to read Little Mary Mix-Up and then we can kind of wrap it up after that?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. In other words,
Oh,
we
okay, yeah,
have to
let's
wrap
do
it
that
up
then.
now and just
Chris, are
start
you
finishing
still
up
there?
now because
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
There is one more segment that I have to do before I end the show, which is the history segment. But if you
Okay.
think you can hold on, we can read this. We can read this one, okay? Then do the history segment, and then basically be done with the show for the night.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. You want to read this one because it is
Sure.
In fact, I'll just sit back and I'll give you this one again as well because I know you love to read.
I do love to read. Okay, Little Mary Mix-Up by R.M. Brinkerhoff. My, I wish I could get the test questions back. I just know I got most of the answers right. I'm going to ask some kid about those test questions. Oh, sure. We always get the test questions back after an exam. I took lots of tests in this school and always get the questions back. Mr. Kurt won't give me mine back. I'm going to try again tomorrow. Oh, is that the little girl? Wait.
Yeah.
Mr. Kurt won't give me mine. I didn't recognize it was a little girl because she had a little hat on. Okay.
Well, she
Mr.
also had
Kurt-
her back to you too, so that
and her back, right?
Yeah.
So Mr. Kurt won't give me mine back. I'm going to try again tomorrow. School hasn't begun yet, but I can find those test questions. What? School hasn't begun. Okay.
Now look at the art right there. Now
Mhm.
look at her feet right there. It almost looks like she's not wearing any shoes. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very, Chris, you're worried about, when you look at your pieces and you look at the anatomy, look at the legs on this one. I would have totally circled that and said, you need to draw those better. I'm sorry. But it's 1939 and the style is totally different. But
Actually, I kind of like it, even though it's got some flaws.
it might be here someplace. She digs through the trash. Aha. Snooping around again, are you? You go back into the lower grade at once.
Are you reading all of it?
Yes, he told me I could read it all.
Oh, wow.
I'm so
I
excited.
missed that.
Maybe Mr. Kurt is right, and I'm just dumb in arithmetic. Now I have to pack up and go into the lower grade. Yeah, I'll show you some fucking legs. Oh, Mary got put back into the lower grade. Hee hee. She has to go back with the babies. Hee hee.
I'm pretty sure I would hear that.
Is that your sister commenting on this?
It's my sister and her husband. She's got her husband on FaceTime. She didn't realize they could get picked up.
And
so
Chris
sorry.
is starting to laugh pretty well there too. I can hear him.
Yeah,
I
they're
heard
laughing.
something. I don't know what I heard, but I heard it.
What did Chris say?
All
What did
right.
Chris say?
All right, stop. I'm still reading. Look at them, just babies, and I get put in their class. She's very upset, you can see.
Why do you think they call it Little Mary Mix-Up here?
Yeah, exactly, right? Even the seats are too small for me, and I feel as if these kids were kind of laughing at me. Maybe if I show them I can do my lessons here, they'll put me back in the upper class. That's an idea. School is out, nobody around. Maybe I can find that test paper. She's trying to cheat. Oh my goodness.
Is she trying to cheat, or is she trying to maybe because she thought she actually did pass the test, from what I'm gathering, and maybe she's trying to, I'm thinking that maybe I don't think it's much she's trying to cheat. I think she's trying to confirm what her answer is because I think she thinks she passed the test, but they said
right.
she failed.
That's a very good point. Okay. If I had it, I could prove I got my answers right.
See?
You were
Did
right.
did I not just say that?
You called it, Mike. Okay. There's a truck stopping out in front of the school.
I just asked him.
And a man is carrying in big boxes of school books. I mustn't be seen around here. And there's Mr. Kurt. Our little school could never use all those books. Something funny is going on here. It could be. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what could it be indeed? A little foreshadowing or something little nefarious?
I know, right? That truck is driving away. Mr. Kurt didn't know I saw them carrying in those books. Well, I better get away from here. Mr. Kurt would be awfully mad if he knew I saw what was going on. I hear voices. Somebody's in the schoolroom.
Continued in Comics on Parade, number 16 to be published. So how did you like that story?
I liked it a lot, actually. Now I want to know what happens to little Mary Mix-Up.
Yeah,
Does she get put back in the upper class?
The thing is, we won't, because this is one of those things where I just simply sample it. We probably won't come upon this again for another 5 issues or 5 months of coverage. So here's Alice in Wonderland, Danny Dingle. We're just gonna breeze through this here. The Boomers by Dick Richards.
Boomers. Oh my God, they actually stole that from 39, huh? The Boomers.
It's so funny.
Abby and Slats. Just looking at some of the art, and I guess I should have.
I noticed they don't have any of the racial ones in this one. When I was looking at the October issue, they had like a really racial cartoon in the beginning.
October of what year?
39.
Okay, yeah. There were some that, I mean, you go back a little further in time, you go back to like comics beginning, like 35, 36. There were some significantly what many people would consider racist comics at that point. I mean, well, it's kind of funny because when Batgoat was still co-hosting, of course, I actually he helped me to learn something. I had always just simply thought a minstrel show was just a variety show. But I came to learn that a minstrel show is a little bit more than just a variety show. It's actually one where it was a very demeaning type of variety show, particularly for other races. So I didn't even know that until Batgoat pointed that out to me.
Oh yeah, for a while this country was racist as all get out.
Joe Flash Gordon. Now, Joe Gordon here was a baseball player back in the 30s and 40s. I think he was even on some of the. I know he was on some of the Mets, or not the Mets, but the Yankees World Championship teams as well. I think he was also part of the 1948 Cleveland Indians World Championship. Okay, and there we go with that. So we're done with that. So how did you guys like the material tonight?
It was definitely worth the dime.
Yeah.
Okay. I loved it. Mike, I do love reading. I love being challenged to do the voices. I've always had a lot of fun with that. When I edit Chris's books, because we read it out loud, I do all the voices, and he cracks up at me.
She says we read it out loud. What she means is it's, oh, bad guy come in room. Oh, no, bad guy.
But I just want to say thanks for letting me read so much tonight. I appreciate it.
No problem. I mean, Diana, one of the things that I always try to drive to do, and of course I got to have the right people to help me do that, is whether you're just watching this or you're participating like you guys are, the one thing I want one part of the experience that I want everybody to have is to be totally immersed in this universe. You get what I'm saying? I know you're muted again. Your sister must be yakking it up. And I can see you, yeah. But, the world we live in right now, right? The world we live in right now, we do have a lot of negativity out there. You have YouTubers where it's like the thing, and I'm not saying you guys are it, but like you have a lot of YouTubers out there, for example, who it's like almost every they can't seem to find anything nice or just simply talk about nice stuff. It's like let's see who's crashing and burning this week, or let's see who
you want something
this week.
positive. You want something fun that's comic related.
That was always my goal when I do these shows, whether it's a niche newscast or whether it's just the historical comic retrospect. I want it to be a full on pod because we got so many people already doing negative stuff. We have a bunch of looky loo type people who like look at all the Amber Heard coverage, right?
Right.
It's like that is a total example of what I call the looky loo culture. Okay.
Looky what?
The looky loo, is that what you said?
Looky loo culture, yeah. And what I mean by looky loo, if you're on a freeway, right? You're driving down a freeway, and you come upon an accident, right? And everybody's just got to slow down and just stare at that accident.
Mm-hmm.
They seem so amazed and so distracted by the misery that those people are going through, and they're just thanking God that it wasn't them.
Right.
That they're gawking at.
That's true. That's true.
That's the looky loo culture right there.
But
it's
if
like
it was a rainbow, you don't slow down for that.
My sister said, but if it was a rainbow,
you wouldn't slow down.
Slow down for it. Like if there's something beautiful in the sky or whatever, like a rainbow, people just drive by.
Unless you have an iPhone 14.
I agree with him.
So she's saying she agrees with you, and she's enjoyed the show.
Now, granted, on my niche newscast, when I'm doing I'm just reading the news articles. It's one thing, and I will give, on some of the editorials, I will give legitimate criticisms. Okay, that's okay. But to sit there, if let's say a week later, I'm still talking about, what this VA did or what that VA did, or, that's just stupid.
Or if we were chanting "lock her up" every week,
right? That's just kind of stupid. That's just, why waste your time on somebody else's misery? Why not look for something more positive? And I that's part of the reason why one of the things I hope to help people recapture is for those like Chris, for example, who grew up reading comics, to recapture that feeling of when you first started reading comics, and whether it's, you first started reading comics or you first started watching cartoons as a kid, or you go back and you watch some of the old Looney Tunes. There was no messaging there. There was no full-on propaganda. There, it was just something funny to watch. It was escapism, and it was also the wonderment of the material. We got too much of the negativity going on. It's like. And that's why I do my shows the way I do them.
No, and that's what I love about them, because they're wholesome. They're wholesome. They're wholesome. Like it's like you want people just to enjoy comics, and you want them to understand like a little bit of the historical facts about them.
Comics, anime, cartoons, manga,
and niche news. I know you like that a lot. So, but I just want to thank you for allowing me to read again, because I like to read when I come on. Yeah. I planned for that. I'm like, I'm going to read tonight. Yay. Yeah. So thank you.
Actually, initially when I was doing these with Batgoat, I wasn't doing them, but then I've had Toys was one of them who suggested, Woody was another who suggested, well, maybe I should let the co-host, read along too if they want to. And I started opening that up, and I actually enjoy that too. I like having more whether it's you or whether it's RJ. RJ does pretty good too. I don't know if you guys have been on when RJ's been co-hosting, and he's done some voices, because he's done a lot of voice work, radio style.
He's very creative like that.
Rick's even done it a few times too. Now there are people like
Chris actually has a really good voice, but he just won't read yet. Maybe we can get him to.
It's because it's so late. I'm liable to fall apart.
Well, I mean, Chris and Timothy, they prefer to sit back and commentate it and that's fine too. The primary purpose for having co-host is somebody I can banter back and forth with, and somebody that I can do the commentary with, have get a conversation going. But this with me having you guys read the stories along with me, that makes the show even more entertaining. It also helps with the immersion aspect of it, being immersed.
Plus, I have a green screen. I can put the cover behind me.
Yeah. So with that, we're coming up on 2 hours here. So why don't we go ahead and start wrapping up? I got one more segment, and then if you guys can stick around for just a couple minutes afterwards, just to deal with some administrative stuff like next appearance and all that.
We got 120, baby. We beat 60 minutes times 2.
Yep.
CBS can bite us.
Anyway, so with that all being said, today is Friday, October 7th, 2022. So why don't we go ahead and get ready to take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. History!
Time travel takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to remind myself of the proper order here, because I like to start at the furthest time back and move forward. So, anyways, first off, we're going to head back to 1972, 50 years ago today. On this date, 50 years ago today, on the as part of the ABC Saturday Superstar movie, the Popeye Meets the Man Who Hated Laughter premiered on ABC on that Saturday morning back in 1972. So back in 1972, around this time, ABC was doing what they call the Saturday Superstar movies, which were serving kind of as pilots for certain shows. Like they'd have like Yogi's Ark Lark, which led to Yogi's Gang, for example. So on this date, they had Popeye Meets the Man Who Hated Laughter, which I guess was setting up for a Popeye series, possibly. See, this film marked the first time that Steve Canyon, the Phantom, Tim Tyler, or Flash Gordon appeared in animation. In the 1980s, the cartoon series Defenders of the Earth would feature Flash Gordon, Mandrake the Magician, the Phantom as freedom fighters united against common enemy Ming the Merciless. But anyways, on this date back in 1972, Popeye Meets the Man Who Hated Laughter premiered on the ABC Saturday Superstar movie.
Animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cartoon history. So anyways, moving on to the next piece. You all right there, Diana? As she's muted.
She's talking to us, though.
Yes, I'm moving my hair. It's been in a ponytail. My head hurts. Okay. It's the end of my night. I fell apart.
You gotta let it breathe, baby. Let it breathe.
All right.
I fell apart at 10, and this is like an hour.
Two toddlers.
So the next piece in each history here, Chris, you might have seen this one here. On this date back in 1998, which was 24 years ago today, the fifth and final issue of 300 from Dark Horse went on sale on this date back in 1998. The story was titled Victory. It sold for $3.95. It was 48 pages with Diana Schultz doing the editing on the book. Frank Miller was the cover artist here. Frank Miller wrote and drew the story with Lynn Varley doing the coloring. And it was reprinted in the 300 hardcover in 1999. So on this date, in 1998, the fifth and final issue of 300 from Dark Horse Comics went on sale on newsstands.
I never, excuse me, I never had any of those. So
yeah, I think
it
was one of those like limited, like short series.
Yeah, I wonder if it just retold the movie or if it like followed up on it and extended it.
Yeah. Well, unless you go back and read the comics, you probably won't know for certain, right?
Yeah, for sure, right?
All right. Anyways, moving on, as we now head to the year 2007, which was 15 years ago today. On this date, 15 years ago today, in 2007, WWE held its No Mercy pay-per-view. No Mercy pay-per-view at the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. Let's see. And in that event, of course, let's see what some of the highlights are. In the main event, Randy Orton defeated Triple H in a last man standing match to win the WWE Championship. Batista retained the World Heavyweight Championship over the Great Khali in a prison match.
Group.
Beth Phoenix would defeat Candice Michelle for the WWE Women's Championship. The Finlay Rey Mysterio match went to a no contest. Let's see. And I guess earlier in the night, Triple H would retain the WWE Championship over Umaga. CM Punk defeated Big Daddy V for the ECW Championship, I guess Triple H ended up defending the WWE Championship 3 times that night. Faced off against Randy Orton at the beginning of the show, then defended it against Umaga and retained it, and finally lost it to Randy Orton in a last man standing match at the end of the night. So talk about no mercy, huh?
No mercy.
On this date in 2007, 15 years ago today, the No Mercy pay-per-view from WE. And finally, on this date 5 years ago today, back in 2017, a number of anime premiered on this date 5 years ago today. Those anime are as follows. Make sure I'm all the way up.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Let's see. Including Bone Studios, Blood Blockade, Battlefront Beyond, Sunrise's Classica Lloyd Season 2, as well as Love Live Sunshine Season 2, from Sunrise, from M.S.C, Code Realized, Guardian of Rebirth, A.C.G.T's Dies Irae, Mappa's Garo Vanishing Line, Studio Dean's Hozuki's Cold Headedness Season 2, Land of the Lustrous from Orange, Pingu in the City, let's see, Wit Studios, The Ancient Magus Bride, A1 Pictures, The Idolmaster Side M, Tatsunoko Productions, Time Boken, The Villain Strikes Back, and Silverlink's 2-Car. So all those animes premiered on this date in Japan back in 2017, 5 years ago today. So with that, I thank everybody for being here tonight. You guys can just stick around for just a couple minutes afterwards just to wrap things up.
Should I ask if you can give me a wrench?
Yeah, it'll be quick. Just prep for for a future date, Diana. That's all really is going to be. Anyways, guys, I thank you guys for being here, and I hope to see everybody back here on Monday. Bye.